Picture Weymouth in 1893. A scene was described in the diary of my great-aunt Cress, then just 24 years old. She led a party on a day out from Portland to Chickerell. To set the scene, they caught a train to Weymouth, crossing the old timber backwater viaduct to the station. The Malcolm Regis station had not yet been built. They then walked across the very rickety wooden backwater bridge, along dusty, unmade roads all the way to the tiny Chickerell village. There was no motor traffic, of course, and very few houses in Westham, and all around were fields. This is her account. Easter 1893. It is a beautiful Saturday evening, such as one should expect in July or August. The weather has been very fine for the last 3 weeks. The Easter holidays were quite a success. On Good Friday we had a tea and song service in connection with the Band of Hope. Both were well patronised. On Easter Monday a party of about 50 went to Chickerell from Portland. We had an exceedingly pleasant time. We left here by train and stayed in Weymouth about an hour. While there we had some ices at Mrs. Lumley's, the first this season. The weather was very warm. We had to take off our jackets and rest by the roadside. It is about 3 miles from Weymouth. It seemed quite good to view a piece of the country. I see the hedges are covered with blackthorn already, and the primroses are plentiful. When we reached Chickerell, they were holding an open-air meeting. The brass band from Weymouth Wesleyan Chapel was there, and the service was conducted by the mission band from Weymouth. Tea time, it seemed as if we were at Portland instead of Chickerell, as they were all our own people at our table. They had to have 2 teas. After we finished ours, we went up the road a little way and sat down by the roadside and had some singing. We did look nice, sitting in the gutters. The meeting at 7 was very good indeed. The speeches were quite stirring, especially Mr. Honeybuns. I hope it has stimulated some of the young people to work with more zeal. We started to come home at 8:30. We kept all together and had singing all the way. It was very pleasant. Such a clear, still night. I should think our voices could be heard at a great distance. The only unpleasant part was the dust, which covered us completely. In fact, we were all pretty nearly one colour by the time we reached Weymouth. Our hair, by the colour, would give anyone the idea that we were about 70 years old. It turned grey in a night. We went into some restaurant and had some supper before leaving for Portland. Got home about 12 o'clock. By that time I was glad enough to tumble into bed as quickly as possible.